trying. Tell me, are you fighting? Fighting for your life.
Welcome, man. We at season 1, episode number 12 of The Good Life. Something good is coming your way today because I believe you are taking hold of some principles that will bless you, inspire you, and help you to go to that next level in life. Today, I'm excited to talk about what I believe is an awesome lesson of life, and that is keeping our imagination strong and vibrant, understanding that your image maker, your imagination is there to show you what you can do and where you can go. It's not there to frustrate you, disappoint you, challenge you, put you in all kind of bad situations. It's there so you can know exactly your potential and your possibility. Book of Genesis chapter 11, we dealt with this a couple of episodes ago, but we talked about a people who built a tower up to heaven. And something powerful in that scripture, it says that nothing that they imagined would be restrained from them because the people were one. Now, I just want to take out this very powerful nugget, that they would have no restraint with their imagination. Now, this is something that we got to understand here. Your imagination can come to pass. The image maker on the inside of you, what God put inside of you to bless you, to show you what you can be, can come to pass. The dreams, the visions, the desires that you have in your life about going to that next level, about completing something that no one else has thought about living at a level that no one else has thought about living, is possible if you can imagine it, if you can see it. Now, these are some two points today. The first one is I want you to understand the power of your imagination. As a kid, I remember growing up, and I'm sure all of us do, watching the big screen, watching Bruce Lee. I grew up in Detroit, Michigan in the 70s and 80s. And, you know, you watch a Bruce Lee movie come out, you want to drop kick somebody. And it reminds me of the 1979, 1980 time frame when Willie Stargell would be up to bat. Remember Willie do like this here. He'd get his bat together, he'd get up to bat. And that was my idol at that time, Willie Stargell, because that movement on the bat. But I would take my bat outside and I would do the same thing. I was imagining myself in that World Series dome, hitting the ball. Image, working on who I am as a baseball player at that time as a 10 or 12-year-old kid. But I want to take that same principle and bring it to life today. What are you imagining? What are you thinking about that nobody else is doing? What's so big and so powerful that wakes you up at night or keeps you in the motive? You know what? If I did this, I could live at that level. I could achieve that level in life. But if you're not making the steps to it, you'll never get there. So the first point is this: don't lose your imagination. I mean, keep it like it was when you were 10 or 12 years old. Keep that childhood image going. Keep the power of imagination going in your life. Feed that thing that, you know, everybody talks about that can't be done. Feed it. Talk about it. Encourage yourself with it. And here's the second thing: work your imagination. Simple as that. I'm gonna say it again. How you work your imagination, Jimmie? Work your imagination. And I want, just like they did when they built the tower, I want you to work it brick by brick. You hear what I'm saying? I want you to work it brick by brick. I want you to take your life, and I want you to take what it is you want to do, and I want you to apply it to your life tomorrow. I want you to work the brick. I want you to lay the brick down. The brick of whatever it is you desire to do. The brick of a goal that will get you closer to that image, that imagination coming to pass. It doesn't happen overnight. Michael Jordan will tell you, Tiger Woods will tell you, any professional athlete, anybody we call great in any profession will tell you, it does not happen. I worked on it every single day. Now here it is. That's the brick that you're laying. I want you to work on your craft. I want you to work on what it is you want to do. I want you to work on it tomorrow. I want you to work on it tonight. I want you to take a task that will get you closer to your destination. And here it is. I want you to do something you've never done before. Some of you guys who strive to start businesses and have viral presence on the internet, a website, a family person, wherever you're at in life, what you want to do, I want you to think of something big and I want you to work on it. I want you to take a task as simple as reading 10 chapters or 2 chapters, something that you never done before. That's the key. When you do something you never done before, that's your brick. That's the brick that you lay. The brick isn't laid unless you're doing something you haven't done before. That's the key. What are you going to do tomorrow that you haven't done already to get you closer to that imagination, that image that's on the inside of your heart coming to pass? What are you going to do? See, they worked that image. They worked that imagination. These people understood that if I work the image on the inside of my heart, there will come a day that I will arise at my place. I will get at my destined place if I just lay one brick on top of another. And I want you to get this. You got to be able to lay one brick on top of another, one task on top of another, one goal on top of another. Don't take your efforts lightly. Don't take your image lightly, that imagination lightly. I want you to feed it. And the way you feed it is by acting on that imagination. What's going to get me closer to that destination? What's going to get me closer to this image coming to pass, this imagination coming to pass? What's going to get me there? How can I arrive there? That's your task. But here's the great part: when you do something you've never done before. Oh man, you talk about something. If you want to run, you never ran before, run 1 mile. You never run 2 miles. If you ran 2, run 5. I want you to expand yourself, man. I want you to take it another notch, go an extra mile. If you're reading 4 chapters, read 10. I mean, you hear me? If you kiss your wife on the cheek, hug her today. I don't care what it is. I want you to take whatever it is that you know, that you see as a possibility in your life, and bring it into reality. Bring the possibility into reality by acting on it one brick at a time. Possibilities can become realities when we apply the possibility with a task. When we say, this is possible. Now, what can I do today to get me to that next step? Man, that's where we at. That's where we at. So many people talk about possibilities. So many people are talking about what they wish they could do, or what they desire to do. And y'all been singing the same song for 10, 15, 20 years, baby. It's time to put some feet to your faith. It's time to lay a brick. It's time to wake up tomorrow and do something that you never done before to get you to a closer relationship with God, closer relationship with your spouse, closer to that business goal, closer to you meeting your quota in sales. If you're selling something, man, do something you never done before. What I'm encouraging you to do, my people, is start doing some work toward where you say you want to go, because work is the only thing that gets rewarded. Work. If you believe in and trust in God, work your faith. If you believe in that your relationship is going to be right with your spouse, work it. If you believe that there will come a time when you're going to have this business, I want you to work the possibility of that business expanding. Work the possibility of that business reaching more people. Work it, man. Why? Because it's in you. How you know it? How do I know it's in me, Jimmie? Because you can see it. You imagined it. Just like the people did in Genesis chapter 11. They imagined, if we build high enough, we'll get to heaven. And what do? One day at a time, every day, whether they lay brick upon brick upon brick upon brick. And I want you to wake up tomorrow morning. I want you to understand something, baby. I can get there if I just work one brick upon a brick upon a brick upon a brick. I'm not going to hesitate. I'm not going to talk about what could be done. I'm going to lay a brick when I'm uncomfortable. I'm going to lay a brick when I'm tired. I'm going to lay a brick when I'm sleepy. I'm going to lay a brick when things don't seem right. I'm going to do what's necessary to get me to that next level. I'm going to go where I need to go to get me to that next level. Wherever it is, if I got to drive 10 miles further to get there, I'm going to do it, because I'm going to lay brick upon brick upon brick. Do not procrastinate. Do not tread water, people. Treading water, you end up drowning. I want you stroking. I want you going somewhere. I want you to lay one brick upon a brick. I want you to lay one stroke upon a stroke. Why? Because when you lay one brick upon a brick, one stroke upon a stroke, and you lay that foundation every single day, oh, the joy of your destination. You will be like God told the children at Babylon. It's called Babylon because God had to change the language, because nothing that they imagined would be restrained from them. And I want that for you, man. I want you to understand that nothing that you imagine is going to be restrained once you lay one brick upon another. Once you wake up, and we talked about last episode, planning out your day, getting up and doing that thing that we need to plan, that we planned out to get me to that next step. Can you feel it? I'm encouraged because I know once you make that first step, and that next step, you're gonna look back and say, my God, I made it. I'm glad you be with me, glad you came with me, and we will see you again next week. Again, baby, this is The Good Life. We'll holler at you, share the video, subscribe to the page, put it on Facebook. I love you. See you next week, my people. Holla.